Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversation. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Hello, hello, hello. I have a question for you. Have you ever felt completely lost? You know, seeking purposeful direction that could and should propel your mission within your divine journey to that next level, but still it hasn't happened. Well, my name is Lauren Michaels Harris, and I'm the founder of P3, the Journey Series. People come to me because they're wounded. Many are scared, and even there are those who are bruised simply because they feel that they are increasingly, for whatever reason, losing their ability to dream. Now, this P3 program is not for a person who's just looking to start a business, no, but rather for those of you out there who have been on your journey and you've been navigating within your divine purpose, but you still desire to elevate to that level that you have not reached yet. If this is appealing, if this describes you, then I want to have a chat with you. I want to hear your story. So use the link below to get registered for your free seat at P3, the Journey Series. And let's get started, one story at a time. I'll see you inside. Click the link. 5 years ago, the Power of We Symposium was created to provide a platform for kids from all sectors where they could have a safe and comfortable environment in which to share both their joys and concerns. The Power of We Symposium is proud to have served over 250 kids throughout Romania when we took our mission global back in May of 2023. Now, 2 teams of amazing volunteers from both the U.S. and Romania embarked on an 8-day Legacy of Hope tour, bringing encouragement and hope to not only the kids of Romania, but also the adults who support them, and also to over 100 kids here in the U.S. who contributed handwritten letters of hope to our Romania mission of 2023. Now, this year, we are proud to provide this opportunity yet again in October, and we are super excited to up our game. New venue, 750 kids this time, and we want to see you there. We're looking forward to meeting you in person at this year's event, which promises, as always, incredible speakers, amazing content, and of course, some of the greatest kids on the planet. So, mark your calendars for October 24th, and we'll see you here in Chicagoland for the Power of We Symposium 2024. This year's theme is Always Together, Never Alone. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite or at powerofwesymposium.com.
soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Boy, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind. But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight.
Yep, that's right. I'm ringing the bell. Wake that ass up. Ain't no sleeping up in here, especially on a Monday. Are you kidding me? Hey, welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. I'm your host, Dr. Lauren, and I'm feeling good today. How are you feeling? Put it in the comments. I'm nosy. I want to know. There's the bell of purpose. It's here on purpose, and you best believe I'm going to ring it with purpose. Why, you might ask? What is that? Some kind of clever gimmick or a prop? Nope. It is an opportunity. It really is a reminder, if you will, that just like that bell has a ring to it, you guessed it, so does the truth. And you know, you get busy in the morning. This is a morning show. We're waking up, getting ready to face the day. And we're doing all kinds of things, but I don't think we should ever get so busy, so caught up that we miss the truth. Can I get an amen? I'll kick it off. There's the first one. All right, you guys, you're looking good. I see you. You're looking good. All of you, good morning, beautiful people. And like I said, welcome to today's installment. Time for another illuminated conversation. What'd you do for the weekend? One highlight. What was your favorite memory? Oh, I know what our guest's favorite memory of the weekend is, or at least I think I do. I'll give you a hint. It happened on Friday. Right? Okay. So what did you do over this weekend that you just went, when you looked back over your shoulder last night or early this morning over the weekend, you went, wasn't that just the best thing right there? What is it? That's because I'm trying to remind you how important gratitude is, right? Gratitude will get us where nothing else can. So don't forget, come through every day, looking through and hearing through and moving through a lens of gratitude. Okay, one more. Can I get one more amen? Just one. There you go. So listen, I just want to say before we get our guest in here, not a lot of announcements. I will give you a heads up. It is the experts are back this week. They come once a month, and we've got some new ones for you, some of the older ones that have been here. And we're going to be talking this Wednesday here on Bathrobe Moments all about what's going on with this race for the White House. What are you feeling, right? It's something that needs to be talked about for real. We all live here, right? So we're going to start that off Wednesday at 8 a.m. So make sure you're here for that. And tomorrow I have Raman Jamal is in the house. He's the founder, the visionary founder of Hip Hop Congress. Wait till you see what these people are doing. It's not some kind of a business. It is a movement, and you're going to love what they're doing in the world to make the world a better place. And then I have Daniel Andrews. He is an instigator. He's shaking some shit up to make this world a better place. You're going to love him. That is on Thursday. And then Friday, we wrap up the week with some crowdfunders that I met a month or so ago. Was out at a pool party. Drove about an hour and a half both ways this Saturday and went and met some wonderful people at their yearly event at their home. And that's Charles Eldridge III and Lucas Cannon will be in the house. So that's what we're looking forward to this week. And I'm looking forward to all of you. And last announcement, congratulations again to one of my favorite duos, husband and wife team, Chad and Linnell Osinga. They have a reality show on the Trajectory Network featuring all four of their children, and they were awarded by Trajectory TV and the E360 Television Network Most Improved Show. They've been on the air now for over 2 quarters, and they are just incredible. If you have not checked them out, just put it inside your Google. My Bulletproof Marriage. They are marriage coaches, and they've been together since they were 14 and 15. And trust me, they've gone through a lot, but they're still together, and they want to show you how to keep yours together. There we go. Who do we have here today? Y'all get ready. Miss LuLu Lee. Miss LuLu Lee, Inspirational Beauty, is in the house. And, you know, I don't want to spoil her. Not her, but you know, a spoiler alert. I don't want to let it out. I'll get her in here. She's coming down the hallway right now. I hear her stilettos. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Here comes Inspirational Beauty visionary founder, LuLu Lee. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
Never that.
Huh?
Never that. Never that.
I know that used to be a commercial. Remember that?
Yep. Absolutely.
Right. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Good morning. Good morning. Many blessings. I, just like you, always greet my beautiful people. So good morning to all these beautiful people that are here with us today. Thank you for having me, Dr. Lauren. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, and we're excited to have you. So you heard me maybe ask the audience, what was their highlight from the weekend? Something that they were so grateful that they did not miss. And I kind of have an idea, but I don't want to assume because, as we all know, the 4 agreements ask us not to assume anything. Tell us, LuLu Lee, because I'm going to dip out so you can do it all at once. I don't read a lot of bio, so I like to leave for 60 seconds and just let the guests pour into the audience, create their own vibe, if you will, and just share what's on your heart. And then I'll come back in and I'll start the official questioning. How's that?
Sounds good. So do you want to start with my bio or with my moments from this weekend?
Whatever's on your heart. Whatever's on your heart. I'm going to dip out and let you take it. And then I'll come back in after 60 seconds has elapsed. Here we go.
Sounds
all
good.
You.
So I am LuLu Lee, as Dr. Lauren said. I am known as the lifestyle beauty coach because as a makeup artist, a life coach, and a Reiki master, I integrate all these traits of mine into different things that I do. I teach inner and outer wisdom, beauty wisdom. I have created Inspirational Beauty, which really does artistry coaching and healing. I have founded this brand and created a workshop that's called Layers of Beauty, where I align makeup techniques with self-development methods. So I basically use makeup as inspiration for self-actualization. I'll help you become the person you want to be step by step, knowing that when you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, you look good. That's my motto. And my moment this Friday is a beautiful, grand moment that Dr. Lauren saw before I was even able to see it. And I was on a billboard in Times Square promoting Inspirational Beauty. It was definitely a moment in time, history and historical, just to see myself in that size. And you saw it. You told me it's coming.
You know what? I was shocked because I was watching Friday night. I was watching as you went live and everything. And I was shocked because I knew you were going to be on the billboard, but it didn't click in this 62-year-old sponge known as my brain that you were actually going to have the picture that when you first posted it as your new profile picture, that was the download I got. As soon as I saw that picture, they showed me you up in that billboard. I mean, I didn't see the logo that was on it, but I saw that picture on the billboard, and it wasn't even a month.
Nope. It was 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And it's funny enough because you told me before, I see you on a billboard, and we were joking around. I said, yeah, I see me on a billboard too. And then when you opened, like a week after, I think you opened the picture and you were like, this picture, I keep seeing it. It's a billboard, I'm telling you. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what to tell you. And then here we are.
Right. And let's just clear this up too, because a lot of people say, I know what she did because I got a friend, Juanita, who went and paid to be on a billboard in Times Square, which people do, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not what happened. You didn't pay a penny. You did not. So let's just say, you guys, listen, when you're doing what you were made to do, these are the kind of things that will find their way to you. Seriously, don't ever say what cannot be. Just be there for what can be. Just show up like you did. LuLu, man, congratulations. Seriously.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I always say kindness always meets kindness back. And we don't do it to get back. We just do it because that's, to me, that's the right thing to do. Just be kind. If you have a choice if to be happy or if to be right or to be kind, just choose kindness each and every time. And that's what I do. I'm always kind to people. And somehow you don't even know who you're talking to. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, let me be kind right back to you and let me put you out there. And, this great friend of mine that follows me on Instagram, Sebastian Scott with Lucky One Entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out. Lucky One Entertainment just decided he wants to show me love because he loves all the inspiration and share and the light that I do and what I do with helping women, empowering women. And there we go.
Love it, and love it. Listen,
thank you.
I just want to say, too, some of you that have been here for years, Bathrobe Moments is in its 8th year. And I remember probably, I don't know, it was in the first 2 or 3 years, I had a makeup artist on here. But I thought I would never have one again because she was going to do some tips and stuff. She had a little mirror and stuff. And it was great. But good Lord, I saw her on the pre-interview normal, just like you are, just right now, kind of fresh face. Yeah. Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy, Father Abraham. When she showed up that morning, I'm not kidding. I thought it was Tammy Faye Baker. I was like, girl, wait a minute. Where are you in there? So I'm just so excited that, and the thing was, she was just like a distributor, just like a makeup artist. She didn't have the inner beauty piece. Mm-hmm. And now, and after meeting you, I've learned so much more about that. And I want to talk about there. I want to start there. Because it's important that, and not just women, some of you men, I know I got to be some eyeliner and stuff up there. Well, because, you just do shit. You know about that. Right. But the inner beauty has nothing to do with the makeup counter. It has nothing to do with product. It has to do with a whole lot of other things. And as a matter of fact, I thought this would be a great way to kick the show off. The conversation is I found a clip. It's just 2 minutes long where Dr. Somebody, he's sitting there and he's talking about inner beauty is most important. So we're going to throw this out on the table. And then I'm going to ask you if there was anything you didn't agree with, or is he pretty much on point? And I loved it because I found a man who was speaking to it. Because when we think beauty, some men, machismo, the bro culture, I don't judge men. Men ain't pretty. Men ain't beautiful. Men handsome. You know what I'm saying? Sounding like cavemen. That's not what we're talking about here today. At least not the inner beauty part. So let's take a look and see what you think. Here we go, everybody. Inner beauty is most important.
Inner beauty comes from being a good person. It's the love and kindness within you that shines brightly on your face, brightly in your eyes, brightly upon your entire being. It's the energy that you give off. It's the love that you hold on to and the love that you give away. We can look at the shell rather than what's inside the person. If you have a can of spinach, what's more important?
Love me some spinach.
The can or what's inside the can?
Right.
Spinach. Physical beauty is something that's temporary. It's something that fades with age. Inner beauty is something that lasts a lifetime. People will never remember you from your good looks. You will be remembered by the beautiful things that you have done from your heart. The beautiful things you have done for other people. All your beauty is felt from the inside. How you express that beauty is what's important. To know you are beautiful and know that you are the chosen person that was put on this earth by a higher power, given to you to live a beautiful life. That's beauty. That's something that you should be very grateful for.
Amen.
Outer beauty without inner beauty is totally useless. It's like a home that no one lives in, or a beautiful cup that's not filled. It's totally useless. People put too much of a price on their looks. Our body is not who we are. Who we are only comes from the heart and the soul. That's our inner beauty. Look in my eyes and repeat after me. I am the inner beauty. I am myself, and nobody can take that away from me. Let the light keep shining, because you are your inner beauty.
All right then.
Make it a great day.
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Alan Mandel.
Okay, Dr. Allen, I see you. Yes.
Hey.
And I was digging that little background music he had going.
I know.
Dr. Allen. Yes, I subscribed to him after I found that. So I take it from your applause, you agree.
I do agree. I would add, though, I mean, definitely, inner, outer beauty shines from within every single time. I would add that it's not just about being a good person or, being kind and showing love. I think it comes also from peacefulness and being true to yourself and living your truth. Because when we're able to see ourselves for who we are, know that we are flawed, and that's okay. There is no such thing as perfection, just understanding who we are because of our life experiences, because of our traumas, because things we went through. That helps us shine our light out. Because if I can talk about my breast cancer, my eating disorder, my divorce, anything that I went through in life, and talk about it in a way that I'm okay with it and I feel peace with it because I understand it was just part of my journey, it's easier for people to connect. So my smile when I speak about it shines brighter than any lipstick I'll put on. But of course, it's always nice to add a little color too. So that's kind of, to me, the inner and outer beauty alignment of things.
Exactly. Now, I already know, because I can hear y'all thinking, seriously. So they're like, well, first of all, what is she? Right? Tell them your origin, because it's such a beautiful mixture. I just wanted to get that out there because I'm going to take that somewhere here in a bit. Tell them where you were born and raised for most of it.
So I was born and raised in Israel. I'm Jewish. My father is a Moroccan Jew and my mother is a Libyan Jew. So both are North African descended. And born and raised my whole life in Israel. Started traveling when I was 20 after I served the army for 2 years. And never looked back. Always
you were in the Israeli army.
I was.
Wow. It's for some reason I get the feeling that's not like being in the army here.
I wouldn't know because I've never been in the army here. I can tell you it was definitely an experience. I'm actually the only Israeli woman to ever do what I did in the Israeli army. I was part of a tryout of 8 women, and then I was singled out as the one woman they changed me into like a different route, and I was still till this day the only woman that ever did that job in the Israeli army. So I'm gratefully breaking glass ceilings and enjoying that journey. Not easy.
Let's talk about that. Because I saw a photo of you when you were in fatigues and whatnot, and it doesn't seem like the kind of place a girly girl would find her, or what people would deem a girly girl would be. And I just want to know, what was it like being a beautiful woman in a place predominantly male? And what were some of the challenges that people might not right off the top understand that you had to deal with on a daily basis? Was it rough? Was it tough? Was it hard? Was it difficult?
I mean, in some levels, yeah, because first of all, you're still a teenager. You're 18 years old when you join the army. So it's not like you're an adult that understands life yet. You're still learning yourself and learning the regular challenges. And then on top of that, you're far away from home. I was stationed in the desert, so I wasn't coming home like every day. Surrounded by men who never had a woman doing that job. So for them, when I come in, it was like, okay, the coffee is over there. I take 2 sugar. And I say, great, I take 1. You can make me a cup of coffee too. They just expected me to be like a secretary vibe. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I'm here to do the same job as you do. I was girly, as far as like I had nails and I had my eyeliner and I never gave it up. I would literally spend every day 20 minutes just cleaning my nails from grease and oil. And everybody was like, just take them off. And I'm like, nope, I'm not giving you all of my femininity. I need to save mine for myself. So I was called the Lady Rambo, and it was fun. But at some levels, I was still a tomboy too. That's why I kind of love that job. So I think I grew more and more into my feminine self with my journey. And now 25 years later, I am totally different person, yet I'm the same person. You know, we evolve because we kind of let go of the things that don't serve us and all those shields that I had and those
Yeah.
places that kept me more, more thuggish, more boyish, just protecting my heart and protecting myself. I understood them with time and I let them go. So, but yeah, it wasn't easy. Some of them really supported me. Those that were my age group, I love them. They were my boys. We did the work together. They always helped me out. The older ones, it was harder for them. You can see the difference of the mindset.
What about this though? Which came first, the chicken or the egg, i.e., the inner beauty or the outer? Because when you're 18, you're still, well, at any age, we're still finding ourselves, discovering ourselves. But when did you start carrying the two pieces equally? When did they start mattering just one as much as the other? So many people, and I'm not just saying women, guys too. It's all about, and we all know this is true. Most of us have somewhere near the front door of our home, in a hallway or somewhere on the way there, a mirror. Because before we leave, we got to stop and check it and make sure everything. A lot of people don't realize, especially guys, don't think, well, that ain't me, but it is. We check everything. So much weight is placed on how we look, but not enough on how we literally see ourselves. So let's start with the base you. What was it, Lulu, that made you say, okay, I'm taking both of these pieces with me. I'm not leaving one behind. Why the inspirational beauty piece with the inner? Why is that so important to you?
Well, I think it really has been truly a life journey. When I was 5 years old, almost 6 years old, my dad had a really bad accident. Brain injury, changed my whole life, became a totally different person. I started experiencing more verbal abuse, not to his fault, but he couldn't help it with the brain injury. And kind of makeup became my getaway. I just loved it as a little girl, just to play with it, to kind of disconnect. And also it gave me time to be with my mom, which I always looked for more time to spend with her and seeing her and beautifying herself and taking care of herself. So that was always kind of thing of love. When I was a teenager, I was always the go-to. I would do everyone's brows. I would do everyone's makeup. So I always loved the fact that people, love me for being able to help them in that way. But I was always the one with the conversation too, always empowering, because I had a mom like that with her experience, with what we went through. And my dad, she always kind of wanted to make sure she empowers us and making sure that we remember we're special and we're unique and we can do anything with our mind too. When I grew up and started my own personal journey, it was sometimes it was on the outer, but then I started a really deeper journey. I think when I was like 22 or 23, I did makeup school when I was 20, right after the army. I actually went to school for makeup for a whole year and just loved it and enjoyed it, but started my own personal journey as far as spirituality and mindfulness at like 22 and 23. And then with that journey, I remember one day I did a meditation and I got a download that I need to align those two together. I need to teach women everything I know about my personal journey, but I gotta speak to them through something that they're all familiar and it's easy for them to understand, which is the outer beauty. Now, some women don't like makeup at all, and that's where it comes in, because the way I teach it is very simple. I don't believe in covering it up. Like you said, the makeup artist came and you were looking for her in there. I don't believe in that. I truly believe in like 10 minutes. You don't need more than that. You need to look like yourself. You just need to enhance your features a little bit, look a little bit more glowy, more, more fresh. And that's about it. So
and what's right for you.
Right. Absolutely.
Right for you.
To give women that knowledge that they can do it and they can see themselves and they can take that time for themselves. You know, they deserve that
Yeah.
10 minutes. And then while you're looking at yourself in the mirror, tell yourself that you're beautiful, love yourself, stop criticizing the brows or the nose or the pimple. Like, it's okay. We all got something going on. So the affirmation
Yeah.
starts to kind of take you deeper in, and that's where the work starts to align more with the inner and the outer.
And I just want to, I think I told you about her. Okay. I know a lot of people go, what? I thought you were gay. I am. But I used to date women back in the day, and I really loved this woman. We were actually going to get married. I think I told you about her.
Yep.
And she was into cosmetology, hair, and she was so good with hair. And it wasn't until we lived together that I knew something was a little bit off, because I never saw her without full makeup. She would get up way before, like hours before me, just so, and I would try to like sneak away, you know, so I could catch her. No, never could. She was always one step ahead of me. And where it really backfired and really took the relationship south was, that's when I started to realize that she had very low self-esteem.
Yes.
And it just wasn't going to work, because I was in the music business then, and I was going on tour with some musician, and she just was threatening suicide if you go on the road and leave me. And I'll never forget when I left to go to get in the cab that day to go, how I could hear her wailing and screaming, and it just it was the hardest thing I ever have had to do, Lulu. Seriously, it haunted me for years, but she finally got through that. But let's talk about this. Sometimes when you have people come to you, especially for the coaching and the direction, for the inner, let's say the inner part, well, what is that? And they want to know, do you ever, well, I'm sure you do. Let's talk about this. What do you do when you experience pushback? When a person will not let go of, when you're saying, now, wait a minute, that's way too much of this, or you don't need all that, or that's just too, because you know how you know. Last thing, people like women like that. I always wonder when I see a woman who's like 70 or 80 or older, and she's got on so much stuff, and I wonder where that began. How long has that been haunting her or tracking her? So let's talk about this. What are some of the things you help your clients with to just help them find that balance, first and foremost on the outside, hoping it will lead them to seeking balance on the inside, where it matters really the most?
Right. Well, I'll say one thing before I get into that. I usually don't always assume that by them wearing a lot of makeup, it's something that is haunting them, or not everybody's makeup wearing is something that is covering up or comes from low self-esteem. Some women just really love color and makeup. And I learned that in my 27 years of professional makeup artist. So I always try to understand where they come from, why they wear it. And I first and foremost allow them to feel comfortable in their own skin. I'm not going to judge you for how you wear your makeup. You love blue eyeshadow and red lipstick, rock it, girl. Like, if you feel comfortable like that.
If you like it, I love it.
Exactly. Because the whole point of makeup is for you to feel comfortable with your own skin and to love it and to see yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and feel good about yourself. The problem starts is when you tell me, I don't really like it, I'm just used to it, then I know there's something to work with, So I always ask some guiding questions to understand where they come from, where did their makeup start, their love and their journey with makeup started. Do they feel the need to wear a lot of makeup? Sometimes if they tell me, oh my God, I don't have patience for all of this, but I have to, I know there's something there, because you don't really have to, you choose to. And so I start breaking it like that. And then I ask the questions. A lot of times it's self-esteem, self-worth. Somebody, somewhere, the 4 agreements planted a seed when they were little, that they're not pretty, that they don't look good enough, that they needed this, or somebody even said to her, oh my God, you look 10 times better with that makeup on. And that was it. She would never not wear it because she looks 10 times better with it on. So she decided that without it, she looks horrible. So now she's always going to have to wear it. So go ahead. You want to say something?
Well, you saw, you know what? A thing just flew in my head. Bing! Like then I was like, ooh, I know I got to ask this because I've been dying to ask a professional this question. My husband and I are always talking about it when we see it. What about this one? It's a little off topic, but not. Do you think sometimes, like we see women nowadays, the plumping of the lips is a big thing. But then you see some women who, you know good and well, she didn't need that. And they do something, I don't know if that's reversible or not, but when it makes people go, what in the world? That kind of thing. And it doesn't look, here's the word, natural. Who gets to define what natural is? Talk about that.
Yeah. So, you know, we live in an era that it's so available for us to see what other women do. You know, back in the day, it was only like a magazine. And if you had the $5 to buy the magazine, you could have looked through the pages. If not, you see the cover at the store and you walk by. Now it's everywhere. It's on our phones, social media, and we get to see. So the comparison part of things is like a disease. We always compare ourselves to other people. We want to look like this because, you know, and the problem is that we see a glimpse or a second or an image and we think that's their life. I always laugh because I sometimes people look at me and say, yeah, what trauma you have? And I'm like, you don't know me. Just because I'm smiling or I'm pretty, you have no idea what I've been through. I were over 30 pounds more than I am today. I had an eating disorder. I was bulimic. I would eat and throw up. Like, do you want me to send you pictures of the toilet? Like, you don't know me. But because they see me now and the videos and the inspiration, they think they do. And then they compare themselves to this version of me. And I always say, you can't compare anybody to nobody because you don't know a million things that went before that. So when they see somebody beautiful and with luscious lips and they think this is what's right or this is the version of beautiful, right?
Sorry.
Now you're I love it. That's their version of beauty. So, and that's again, like you said, who's to say what's natural? I can't decide for you what you feel is beautiful and what's not. I just try to guide them to feel that, you know, they do it for themselves, not because they think they need to do it because someone else did it, then that's pretty on them. It might be pretty on me. Do it because if you don't feel comfortable, I met so many women who got their breasts done, you know, because they hated and felt uncomfortable with either they had small boobs or they had big boobs and they needed to reduce it, but like feel comfortable. It's the same thing with the makeup. So I see women that it's, to me, it's even lashes. Like you see women with like a whole thing, you know, it's like really like a broom on their eyelid. And I'm like, girl, do you really think that's beautiful?
Broom.
A broom.
I know because my aunt, she's always like, them old cow eyelashes look like cows. Right. I mean,
yeah,
ridiculous. Like they come all the way up here. So, but again, okay, go ahead. Finish.
No, I'm saying, but I always remind myself, who am I to judge what they see as beautiful? I can't judge their version. Huh? Yeah, exactly.
We don't know what someone's going through or has gone through. We really don't. So here's a question, and I'm really interested in this one. I'm actually skipping 5 other ones to get to this one because I don't want to miss this one. How young do you believe, because you have a young daughter, Naomi, who's absolutely gorgeous. And how old is she?
8.
How young, because she commented on your skin products the other day. They're good. I use them, right? I was like, girl, how you know anything about your skin is baby skin? Ain't nothing wrong with your skin. It's going to be beautiful regardless. But then I started thinking about it after we got off the call. How young is too young for kids, or what's the right age? There's a better question. What is the right age, in your opinion, to start introducing makeup into a young lady's life? And do you believe it's important when you bring out the little thing, whatever you're letting them start with, that you start on that inspirational beauty from the inside piece at the same time?
Absolutely.
Because you have workshops and stuff, so this kind of lead into that. Talk about that if you could.
Yeah, so, you know, I see it with my daughter, like you said, and again, the social media, so everybody's doing something, so everybody want to do the same, and she already talking to me about skincare, and I'm like, what skincare? You're 8, you know, but they see it, so they hear it, and they want it. Like I did it. Now, when I was 5 and doing makeup with my mom, it was for fun at home. I was never thinking about wearing it outside, God forbid. Nowadays, they just want to wear it outside. They feel like they need eye cream at 12 years old. So in my workshops, in my Layers of Beauty workshops, I do a lot of workshops with young girls, teenage girls, because it's important for me to let them know that they don't need all of this. What they need, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like 12 is a good age to introduce maybe a lip gloss. Nowadays, 12 years old are doing much more than that. I feel like it's a little too much. I don't think they need it. They don't understand, and that's the problem, is knowledge. There's no knowledge out there. There's just marketing constantly. They just try to sell stuff. So they tell them what they want them to hear and learn so they can buy their products. Real knowledge is not out there. So they don't really understand that they're harming their skin. And that's why I do what I do, and I teach the girls, and we sit and I let them play with makeup and I let them have their fun. But I also make them understand that a concealer is not needed. She doesn't have dark circles. She's just weighing her under eye skin too much, where she's creating wrinkles that she's trying to avoid because the girl on TikTok told her she doesn't, it's like, it's so insane that the amount of information is constantly embedded in their brain, and they're brainwashed to think that I worked with an 11-year-old that uses retinol and vitamin C. And I'm like, do you even know what that means? Like, what you have in your bag? What does vitamin C do? What retinol does? Like, and the moms oftentimes just give up and they don't feel like arguing, so that's they buy them. Or they want their daughter to not be bullied by the other friends, and they want them to feel like they're part of the group, so they buy them what everybody else has just so they won't be singled out. So it's peer pressure, it's all these kind of things that are coming together, and it's like, looking from the side, it's heartbreaking for me. I feel like washing your skin, definitely. There's still sweat, there's still, you work out, there's pollution. Cleanser is important. You don't really need a moisturizer. You can really do like a lotion, but obviously go more on the natural side of things because they're younger. And in general, for all of us, it's better. The more natural, the better. That's what my daughter was talking to you about, because she has all my sister's products. My sister has her own cosmetic line. So my sister made her own like little skincare kit just so she'll have fun, like a mist, but it's like rose water, or a moisturizer that's like made of like geranium plant, and just things that will not harm her. And it's better even than using Nivea or Lubriderm because they have so many chemicals.
All that stuff in them. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So you can help them with guiding them to use the right stuff so they'll feel like they're doing skincare, but they're not doing a skincare that a 40-year-old woman does.
Right.
But yeah, a little black eyeliner, gloss, I feel like that's good at 12, 13, 14. I don't think they need more than that. Unfortunately, it's not what we see often. They already start with their lashes at 14, and it's crazy, but I believe in natural. And that's when like you said, I speak to my daughter constantly about being beautiful means your heart is beautiful.
Yeah. Age appropriateness. Even for people, let it be somebody old wearing something like, girl, you 80, what you doing in that mini skirt? You see what I'm saying? Even if you look good in it, it's just sometimes you can tell us off. Like I've seen little girls wearing heels at events way before they should. They can't even, they're kind of scooting in them. And they sometimes get flopping because you tell they're too big because they don't make them in their size yet, but the mother still lets. So it's, you guys, we got to look at it. But I want to ask you this. I don't know. It just always, and I saw a group of them when I was traveling a few weeks ago in the airport, a dance team. Some little girls going to a competition. The competition was 3 days away because I talked to them, right? But they had on
full face.
Ooh, I was like, you guys performing here in the airport? And they're like, no, we're on our way to wherever it was. Let's talk about that. Yeah. What kind of message is that for little girls that are in these dance and performance-based things where they just pack it on? I think you're on stage and you're performing, but there's something that feels off when I see it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was doing a special a few years ago about trafficking, and my guest had some hidden, he was taking undisclosed footage because he was in the Philippines. They'll put you in jail if they catch you taking pictures. But the little girls that they had trafficking, that were that age, that's exactly how they looked. So
Yeah.
I thought, well, what's to not make predators sitting around in the airport?
Right.
Can we talk about that a little bit? The
Absolutely.
repercussions or the things that, because this is not the same day and age as when little girls danced and stuff in the 50s, 60s,
Right.
70s, or even 80s. It's a
Right.
whole different world, and they can disappear just like that nowadays.
Yeah.
What do you think about that kind of
I
thing?
think it all comes down to their mother's issues. You know, if their mom is healed or healing her issues, then she'll be able to stand firm in front of her daughter and say, this is not appropriate for your age. When we go perform, that's when we're wearing makeup. We're literally walking around. The problem is that they're trying to make them as a group. And I worked with girls who does perform. So they feel like unifying them is in their look. And I'm like, okay, they can wear the same outfit. Why do they have to wear all that makeup on when they're not on stage? You really are projecting them to men looking at them in that kind of way. Like you said, you're making a 12-year-old looking like an 18-year-old. Automatically, her whole mindset changes because now people look at her different. She walks different. She feels different. She's aware of herself in a different way that she shouldn't even.
Right. In her mind, ooh, look at me. I'm a grown-ass woman.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not. You're
seeking that validation. Let some creepy guy
Yep.
say
Tell
something
you you're pretty.
that validates it. She's going to be drawn to
Yep.
that.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's up to their mothers, you know, because you can't expect the 12-year-old to know all of that. They're so influenced. It's a generation that is taught constantly to not think for themselves. That's why it's called influencers, followers. Like, look at the language that's being used. We all need to follow somebody. We need to be influenced. They're telling them what to think, what they need, I see it constantly. So if a mother that is grown or older and knows better because she grew up in a generation that wasn't all of that, then she knows better to teach her better. But that's why when people tell me, who do you work with? I always say anybody who's looking to get inspired, to change their life, to feel more self-love within themselves, and, just be here mindful in the moment as who they fully are. And it takes work to get there because, we're not always who we are. We weren't, so when the mother has the strength and the courage and the tools to get better, it's easier for her to show her daughter. And I see it, I give gratitude for that every single day with my daughter, on how much I am grateful to have the tools to teach her not to fall in the littlest things. Everybody's drinking this pink drink from Starbucks. You want the pink drink. What's the pink drink? Strawberry. You don't like strawberries. Why do you want to drink a drink that you don't know, you don't even like because everybody else drinks it? Yeah, it looks cool. I said, listen, I'm not buying you the pink drink. You're not going to tell someone else that you don't even know what you like and what you don't like. You want to try the pink drink? No problem. For a whole week, you eat strawberries, any kind of strawberry, fruit, ice cream, jelly, whatever you want in a form of that has a flavor of a strawberry. If by the end of the week you tell me, okay, I kind of like strawberries, I want to try it now, I got you, no problem. But if you still hate the flavor of strawberry, we are not buying that silly drink from Starbucks because someone else is drinking it and told you it's cool. So I said, and I looked at her, I said, do you understand what I mean? And she said, yes. People can't tell me what I like and what I don't like and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. I said, amen to that. Thank you.
There you go. I got to ring the bell multiple times. Love it. I want people to know, man, I can't believe it. We are like 6 minutes away. It just flew by this hour. But you do a lot of things. You do workshops. We're going to show them your website here in a second. But today is Monday, and I love these things you have, and I want to share this with everybody. This is your Inspirational Beauty Monday motivation, right?
Yes. Monday morning inspiration.
Monday morning inspiration. And when you head over to LuLu's Instagram, you're going to find tons of content. Her YouTube, tons of content. So it's not just about what's on the makeup table. It's what makes you up and wakes you up. Take a look.
Good morning, my beautiful people, and a blessed new week. LuLu Lee here, Brooklyn, New York, with your Monday morning inspiration. Never be limited by other people's limited imaginations. You know, we each have our own goals.
Oh,
Bathrobe Moments.
You put it in
live.
the story. You went to my story, so you only got 15 seconds of it.
Gonna be an hour show. Feel free to
hold on.
join whenever.
So tell us, and I'm gonna wait while I'm in here. Let me just pull up this. Let me just pull this up. I want to get your website, and then we're gonna talk about them both. So you start talking about the Monday. Well, talk about the content on your Instagram.
In general, because I'm a lifestyle beauty coach, and I do see the integral connection between inner and outer beauty. I constantly share inspiration that will meet everybody wherever they are. So sometimes it will be makeup tips, sometimes it will be inner beauty tips. I feel like if you feel stronger and more confident in who you are, and you allow yourself to understand that, perfection is an illusion, and everybody goes through the same shit, and, we all go through challenges, and that can help us grow. Those are the things that really can help a person become stronger in their personality, because our personality creates our personal reality. And if I want to live an amazing life, and a life that suits what my desires are and what my dreams are, I have to align myself with those things. I can't dream of a beautiful relationship, but then have a self-worth that is zero, and I will keep attracting those who don't see my worth. So I have to work and elevate my self-worth and my self-love, so I can create the reality that I want, and actually have a partner that see me as I see myself. So it's always about the personal work. And for me, with the makeup, like I said, I feel like it's a language that most women understand and young girls understand. So I always try to bring them together. Again, it all started with downloads. It's workshops, it's card readings, it's, giving you tips for your inner and for your outer. So it really is kind of a mix of everything.
And one of the things I love too about your brand is you even it out. And there's a makeup term. You even it out. You see more photos of you with no makeup, or as many photos of you with no makeup as you do with makeup. And you see when you're going out, I see your day look, I see all of it. Here's a little piece that will give you guys an even greater insight a little bit. We'll watch a minute or so of this. Take a look. There's that photo.
Yeah. And you know what I love about this video? Not that you just get to see me in different variations of my work,
but all the people you serve.
You see my clientele.
I was just thinking
it can be high fashion, or it can be young girls.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I wanted to show some of that so they could see what the workshops look like with the young ladies. That's a great birthday thing. That's a great sweet 16, bar mitzvah, any of those things. It's and mother-daughter things where you kind of come together. But also, so when they're doing these workshops, while they're doing the makeup and stuff, you're also speaking purpose into them. Talk about that.
I explain, I talk to them about how unique they are, how to remember that there's no one else like them. I give them statistics. I always share the statistic that 87% of our personal conversation is negative, which is insane. So I'm reminding them, what does it mean, self-love? I always talk about friends and peer pressure, like we just spoke about, social media. When I do it for the older women, you know, my age, older age, I do ladies' night. I speak about all these things. We all go through the same things. That's the one thing I always try to remind everybody. See yourself in others, because if I talk to you right now and I'll say, listen, I got a message for you. You need to get out of your uncomfortable comfort zone. Everybody's going to relate, because everybody at some point stuck in an uncomfortable comfort zone. Everybody at some point feel like they need change in their life. Everybody at some point feel like they want to learn a little bit more about how to do their makeup, or they feel insecure about their makeup. So I always try to bring it from every angle to make sure that, like you saw, it can be a high fashion model that I'm doing for a designer, and I'm still the conversation while I'm doing her makeup. I touch and pinpoint a couple of things like, remember you're beautiful, remember, you know, it's all about empowering and reminding ourselves that we are great. There's nothing like perfection. Just love yourself enough to know that you are special exactly in the way you are. So that's kind of like always the message. Whether it's I'm pulling a card for you that helps me give you the message, or we're just sitting and talking and I'm listening to you. But I just want you to know that you're special.
Yes. And let me just say this, and as a little, not to be morbid or dark or anything, but my husband found this show on, it's called, what are those things they do when a person passes away? Autopsy, right? And we were watching Whitney Houston. We were watching the one about her daughter. We watched one about Karen Carpenter. And here are these people who seemingly had it all.
Right.
And down beneath all the layers of what we saw, Michael Jackson, same thing. I didn't know he was completely bald, practically, underneath those wigs that he kept hid. All the things that people go to or go through just to keep an illusion going, because they've been playing that record for so long that they don't know how to just speak their own truths. And it led them to their own demise. And it doesn't just happen to people with a significant, prominence in the world, i.e. celebrity status, but also those are just the ones we finally get to see. People every day are checking out of this world for those same reasons. And that's what I love about your work, that you really are literally giving people a new foundation on which to build what is most important as far as how they see themselves. And then, then if you see yourself right, you don't give a shit what the rest of the world sees, because you like yourself. So LuLu Lee, I just want to thank you for all you're doing. Congratulations again on your Times Square billboard, all the things you're doing. What would be if everybody forgot everything we talked about today and only could remember one of your tips? What tip would you want them to never, ever, ever, never forget?
That there are over, how many billions of people in the world, and there's still not one like you. So don't ever try to be someone you're not, because just the way you are is unique enough, and your authenticity is what leads you in life. So always remember that. And a little color goes a long way, so we don't need to overwhelm the face with a lot.
There you go. You guys get over. Do yourself a favor. Do all of the young ladies and maybe a couple young men, don't count them out. Do them all a solid by introducing them to the world of LuLu Lee. Trust me, you will not be sorry. Now listen, get out of here. All of you go out, find a little bit of your highest self today. And when you go to sleep tonight, look over your shoulder and see where you found that one E and that one R that now takes you from strong to stronger, bright to brighter, kind to kinder. I implore you to do that. And I promise to see you, God willing, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central, right over there on the front porch, where together we can have another illuminated conversation. Now, as always, in closing, I tell you I love you. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. Now get out of here and don't let my screen door slam on your way out. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, all. LuLu, great job. Thank you so much. So proud of you. Thank you. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.